Hello, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Singapore. Good morning, Asia. Good morning, Malaysia. Good evening, Malaysia. And we have friends also dialing in from Hong Kong, Taiwan. I heard that Australia and New Zealand is in the house. Who is from New Zealand? Please raise your hands. Wow, super excited to see so many of you here. Wow, dialing in from Perth, I see. Australia in the house. We have Hong Kong in the house, Taiwan, Malaysia, Singapore. Okay, so welcome everyone to our post-United review. We are super excited to share with all of you guys the amazing updates that we had over the last Power Pack weekend in United, Kansas City. So who was at United with us? Wow, a bunch of you guys, and today we are very privileged. Hi everyone, and we're very privileged to have our top leaders tonight sharing with us, okay, all the main updates from United. First and foremost, myself, my name is Apple, and I'm from Singapore, dialing in, and I'm your regional marketing director. So the last weekend, it has been truly amazing. And we shall kickstart the night now because we have a huge, many lineups of speakers that's going to be sharing with us tonight. So first up, okay, we have none other than our president of World Venture, Mr. Eddie Head, that will actually kickstart our review call for tonight. Let's give a big round of applause to Mr. Eddie Head.
Thank you guys for having me on the call. Can you hear me okay? I'm hoping you guys can hear me okay.
Yes, we can hear you.
Fantastic. All right, so good evening to everyone around the world. It was a watershed event for us. I would say that it's maybe one of the best events in World Ventures history, aside from landmark announcements and really important announcements, in fact, to every aspect of your business. We had some of the best training I've ever seen, and a feeling of unity and solidarity that I haven't felt in a very long time. The energy was palpable in the audience, so much enthusiasm and excitement about what's going on right now, but also from the sneak peek that we provided them for the future as well. Very great performances, or rather presentations by everyone involved. Every single leader brought their A game. Josh Payne came up and gave a sort of overview of the year in review, and then the year ahead. I followed up as well with an approach that gave a bit more specificity to some of the things that we're doing right now. And all of that was really centered around three major pillars that are the tenets of your success, I think, and the strategy that we have for the next year and the next 3 years beyond that, in fact. It was all based upon our product and how we're improving that, our pay plan and how we're also improving that and adding more to it than ever before, giving you wallet share from all of the existing membership customers you have, and then the platform, the way that we're supporting you and your business and your customers as well to get more out of the product, and if you're representative, then of course more out of the pay plan as well. So product, pay plan, and platform, the 3 Ps. We talked about this over and over again over the weekend, and every single trainer talked about how to leverage the unique timing that we have right now, and they dovetailed from the announcements we made as well. One of the major announcements we made was that we created an entirely new category of the Dream Trips product called Dream Trips Escapes. Now, Dream Trips Escapes is comprised of screaming deals, meaning that they're just incredibly high value 4- and 5-star resorts. All of them, in fact, all but one of them is all-inclusive, starting in the Caribbean, Central America, in the United States, but immediately extending into the rest of the world. In fact, the team right now is working on Asian trips to parallel those offerings in the Caribbean and Central America, some in Australia, some in Europe as well. I would expect over the next 30 days, you're going to see an influx of completely new, high-value experiences like this that cannot be beat anywhere in the world. But the great thing about them is that they're slightly different than a dream trip. You can book them anytime. So any 4-day period between now and the end of the year, December 15th, in fact, on this category that we just created. And in addition to that, you get to use points. And in addition to that, they're commissionable. So every time one of your customers books one of these trips, there's volume that goes directly into your DTL comp plan, which was another major announcement we talked about. The DTL comp plan, instead of it being Dream Trips Local, is being transformed. We're now going to be calling it the Dream Life comp plan, because it's not just about local fare, it's also about what you do abroad as well, through categories like we just launched this weekend. So it was a story of greatly improved product, incredible improvements to the way in which you earn money and ways in which you'll earn money, and then lastly, the way that we're supporting your product. And that last category of supporting your product was ultimately led off with an announcement that we're going to have dozens of RTE events in the next 60 days that are going to be launched. And we actually launched some of the registration for those at the event. And then that we're launching an entirely new back office experience, which gives you greater insight into what it takes for you to be successful and for your team to be successful, and to look at the milestones that are important to their success as well. So a huge, huge set of announcements with world-class training as well from the best leaders on the planet. It was pretty much the best event I think we've had in years, maybe the best event ever. So if you weren't there, this call is really important. And I'm going to drop off now and give it over to the leaders so they can speak to you in more detail about what was so special about this. God bless you guys. We really appreciate you and are looking forward to an incredible season ahead. We've already seen the results of the weekend in the first 2 days following the event, with some record-setting growth following those 2 days. So thank you guys for having me on.
Thank you very much, Eddie. Thank you very much for all the updates. And then our next speaker, he is definitely a legend in the entire network marketing industry with more than 30 years of experience. He's none other than our National Marketing Director, $1 million ring earner, international income earner at World Ventures, and he has also been listed as the top 100 income earners of all times in the network marketing industry. Let us welcome Mr. Peter Powderham. Over to you, Peter.
Can you hear me?
You're muted.
Apple, can you confirm you can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Great. I had to wait for my operator here to turn it off of mute because he's a bit slow, and it's early in the morning here, so we're kind of like just waking up from a very busy few days. Guys, it's an absolute pleasure to be on the call with you, and I want to just take the time to thank you all for participating in the call. This is, again, as Eddie just referred to, a watershed moment for where we all stand with the business. You would perhaps, or may have seen a video that we made yesterday with Wayne at his house here in Dallas. Shush and I spent a couple of hours with him discussing, planning, looking at strategy for the business at his home here. And we made a video, and during that video, you'll see some of the things we wanted to say about what was happening with the company and with everything as we sit here now. And the word that I'm going to refer to in a moment is change. And I want to do that from the position of my own personal experience. And I have to be someone who talks to you I'm very, very straight. I hope you know this. Very, very direct and extremely transparent. The reason I am like that is because I'm not afraid of the conflicting situations that can happen in business. I've been doing this for nearly 40 years. I've been in network marketing longer than most people on the call have been alive. So, you know, as I said on the video yesterday, when all else fails, you bring out the old guy and he tells you how it used to happen and how it's happening now. But here's the thing. World Ventures had the right to go through a dynamic and metamorphosis change as it's done in probably the last 12 to 24 months. All companies are entitled to have difficulties. All companies will have difficulties, but it doesn't mean that they're bad businesses. It doesn't mean they're bad companies. It's simply a process and a progress of what we call free enterprise. And we have to be aware that everything changes. The world changes, the business changes, products change, legislation changes, people change. And what's acceptable and what was understandable 10, 15, 20 years ago is no longer the case. So where World Ventures stood was they needed to have what I call a purge and a flush of some of the old thinking, some of the old planning, and look at what was possible for the future. And that's healthy. I'm going to tell you now, that's a healthy place to be. I would be very, very concerned if they absolutely had stood still and said, you know, everything stays the same. Everything remains the same. There are companies in this world that have gone forever, like IBM. Do you remember them? An airline once called Pan Am. They're gone. These companies disappear because they don't grow, they don't change. Change is as natural as life itself, guys. If you don't change, you don't progress, you don't grow. If you try to stay the same, you will die. So where we are as well in World Ventures is a changing, developing, dynamic company. There's new staff, new executive development going on. There's the constant, continuous recruitment now of new staff. We spent 3 hours in the office yesterday with Josh and Justin and Eddie talking about, again, strategy. The last 2 days that I've been here has been completely intense discussion about where the company has been, is, and needs to be next. And I have to say to you that with regard to all the conversations I've had, including obviously the time at United, where it was a pleasure to meet many of you, I wanted this last week with the company to touch and feel and see and be able to sense what was going on. And, you know, you could argue that the company could be in better shape. It should be bigger than it is now. I don't care what your arguments are about that. It's absolutely irrelevant. Where we are, we don't live in the past, we live in the future. Tomorrow is the first day of the rest of your life. And where we need to be now is thinking about where we are next, which is which countries we're going to, how we're going to expand our business, what our product offering is going to be. And let's now quickly talk about the People's Republic of China. I had the pleasure and I have the insight, if you will, because my initial association with the company going back to 2009 was as a consultant. I worked with the company for 9 months as a consultant looking at international development. And as such, I obviously have somewhat of an insight into many things about the company, which I can't share with you, and I never would share with you because it's confidential information, which I will obviously treasure that information, not wish to. It's not for public consumption. But what I can tell you is this, with regard to the PRC and meetings that Shush and I have had, we just came from another meeting literally this morning over breakfast with Janet Will, obviously legal counsel for World Ventures. I can tell you that the development of a business for the PRC is more than in progress. We are actually at a stage where we're looking at World Ventures supplying product to a Chinese-based company. This is information I can share with you. That Chinese-based PRC company is already established. There will be product supplied to them for the purposes of establishing a business for the reps who wish to join us throughout Asia, but also particularly obviously for the People's Republic of China. And this has been 6 months of very, very hard and intense work and information which was not able to be shared with you. I'm going to share with you this morning on a limited level by telling you what I just said, obviously is strategically important. We are at the position now where the doors are about to open on that business. And I can tell you, by giving you some timelines, that the company is confident that the first opening of those doors will be the middle of May. So by the middle of May, we're looking forward to having the opportunity there for members of the community there to be able to work with us and to enjoy the World Ventures products. That's as much as I'll say at this point. If you talk to the leadership that participated in this, some of the people on this call here this morning who will share that with you as and when it's appropriate. But I tell you, it's a huge, huge development for where the company needs to be. And then there's other countries we need to be going to, many of which we discussed yesterday and during the last couple of days. And I hope to be party to helping the company to do that. This is something I've done all over the world for the last several decades. I do have the benefit of experience, which hopefully can be helpful to the business, helpful to World Ventures. I am more than willing to offer that service to the company to help them to establish their business throughout the globe. And I want to say that I'm more than excited about the concept of where this can be. You know what? The company is poised now to go to the next level. And I don't care what you call it. You can call it World Ventures 2.0. You can call it World Ventures 17.4 for all I care. The bottom line is we are in business. And I want to say that it's a pleasure to be with you. Obviously working with Shush as we do constantly. We know what to do, guys. All of us do on this call. We know what to do. We're going to soon have all the ammunition we need to do it with. We can build the army. The company will bring the ammunition, and we're going to go out there. And as I said on the call yesterday, you need to get out of our way because we're coming. Okay, over to you, Shush.
Thanks a lot, Peter. That's fantastic. Yeah, again, just to reiterate, I mean, this weekend was just unbelievable. The energy, I mean, just what the company has delivered. And really, I mean, myself and Peter came to the US with questions. You know, we needed some answers to, what the direction of the company was. We needed to be certain, because obviously we wouldn't even be on this call now unless we were certain about where we're headed. And Wayne shared with me the other day that now, look, his vision is, we're going to take this company and run it up to $3 billion in annual sales, and the goal is to do that very, very quickly. So all the work that they've been putting in terms of, the product, the systems, the support, the resources, the people, etc., is all geared towards that major growth. And of course, we were in Asia the first time in 2012, April 2012. We came to Singapore, obviously to support the leaders there, and we saw, just that phenomenal growth. We believe that the next phase is going to be even bigger. The next Asian tsunami will be bigger. So for those of you who participate in that, because now is the time to really engage, take action, and just, build that legacy. We will be stronger. And the thing is, you can either watch us or you can run with us, because, certainly, we are, well, I suppose we are just going to go crazy with this, right? We've made that decision, after these past few days. So really, that's all I want to say. Don't miss the opportunity. Get on the surfboard, on the wave, and just change your family's life. Thank you very much.
Hey everyone, this is Shush, Wayne and Peter. So we're over here at Wayne's crib. We just had a spectacular event, just an incredible event at a Weekend United here in, well, actually it was in Kansas City, but we're here in Dallas now. Wayne, just share with people why they should be involved with us now in this opportunity. Just give us a few words.
Well, there's two groups out there. There's the people that are brand new, that are considering us, and then there's the people that are already with us, wondering where are we right now, where are we going in the immediate and midterm and long-term future. So for those that are looking at us for the first time, it's been over 12 years for us, and we're still the only travel company because it's hard to do. There's a lot of other kinds of companies selling lots of other kinds of products that want you to join them. We're going to ask you to join us based on our years of experience, all the things that we see out there. Congratulations, you've stumbled across what we believe is the best opportunity. You want the right company at the right time, the right product, the right pay plan, and the right support tools and systems. And so we have all that in place. A few years ago, we were about a 200 to 300 million a year company infrastructure-wise. We were doing less than 200, but we grew really fast, went to $1 billion, had to pull back a little bit, put in more seasoned leadership inside the corporate office that know how to put in the right systems for scale to handle the 35 countries that we expanded into. So now we have that kind of leadership, those kind of systems, open in 35 countries, opening 9 more. And so we were only operating in 4 out of the top 10. We were only officially in 4 out of the top 10 largest direct sales markets. Now we're working towards getting into the top 10 direct sales markets. And so that's why we can grow from $1 billion on to $2 and $3 billion real quick. Not only because of the leadership and the systems, but because of all the countries we're opening up and all the product lines that we're adding that generate more revenue, which means bigger commissions to you and more retention. And so it's a really great time to be with us. So I appreciate you joining us in the first place, keeping the faith, staying the course, but now it's time to hit it big time. And this weekend was pivotal, for us. And Shush leading from the ground all over the world, traveling the world, meeting with the leadership from around the world. And Peter, all his years of incredible experience, his wisdom. So we're here to all three talk to you. And so Shush, thank you for giving me a few minutes.
No problem.
We got to hear from the master,
Yeah.
Mr. Peter Powderham, and all his wisdom.
Yeah.
Oh, wisdom, great, thank you.
So obviously,
don't put me on the spot.
I didn't say experience.
Yeah,
experience is what you get when you don't get what you want.
Yeah.
Wisdom is awesome.
When all else fails, you bring out the old guy, and he comes out with all the stuff. You know?
Well, listen, this is a guy. Look, for those of you who don't know Peter Powderham, 38 years in the industry, been with 5 different companies that have gone through $1 billion in sales. He's worked corporately 9 years, general manager for one of the legacy companies. He sat on the World Federation DSA. I mean, his experience is immense. He's owned his own company as well. So Peter, obviously,
humility leads to wisdom. Look, we got some salt and pepper going on here. Okay, you gotta listen to the wisdom.
So Peter, again, I mean, obviously, you know, you were with us at the weekend, you know, for the IC PAC meeting and also at the event for a small while. I mean, how are you feeling about everything?
Well, when you get to the stage of experience and time that I've been involved with the industry, Shush, you begin to realise 12 years is not very long. So a lot of people will be saying to themselves, well, you know, World Ventures is 12 years old, so why hasn't it got it all completely bang on, everything working perfectly? Because that doesn't happen in business, that's not the real world. It's necessary to take every company and shake it out now and again, move it forward. The only way you can move it forward is by perhaps redesigning it slightly, operationally changing it. And as you open new countries, things change. You've got new challenges, and the world changes. Finance changes, product changes. We're changing. If you stop changing, you die. You can only move forward in this life or backwards. You can't stand still. And anybody who wants everything to stay the same is living in a deluded fantasy world. We are change. This is what the company represents. And the industry has always been in flux. It will never cease to be in flux. In 5 years' time, we'll be having a conversation about all new ideas and different approaches again then. All I know now is I came in here this weekend at United here, spend a few days with Wayne and the guys at the offices to get involved in looking at the strategy, planning and tactics for what we're going to do to move forward in this next phase. Some people call it World Ventures 2.0. I don't care what you call it. We are a team who are moving forward together. We're unified. We're excited and we're bloody powerful, so you better get out of our way.
Okay.
I love it. I love it. And that's what they're here doing on your behalf. We're breaking down every aspect of the business. You know, like I said, the right company. There's the leadership, the legal, the funding, every aspect of it. They have the most up-to-date information that you need to plug into them. Nobody else out there has the most up-to-date information. It's them. They're here today. We're working on it together today. Anybody from the past, they don't have the updated information. So we invite you to plug into us and ask all your questions. But the future's big, the future's bright. Thank you for being a part of it. Shush, I appreciate your leadership. Sir Peter Powderham, I appreciate your experience and your wisdom. And I just love co-creating the company with you guys. Thank you so much.
And as we always say, you should be here. See ya.
Thank you very much, Shush and Peter. Shush is also our National Marketing Director and $1 million ring earner. And thank you very much for all the sharing. And next up, we actually want to invite none other than Sir Erwin, okay, who is our International Marketing Director and Knighted International Trainer. Let's give a big welcome to Sir Erwin.
Hi, can you hear me, Apple?
Yes, I can hear you.
So good.
Yes.
Yes, I'm Sir Erwin. Actually, I'm from Asia. I'm from Malaysia. Okay, I'm with World Venture for last 6 years. Of course, Peter Powderham and Sure is my upline. Okay, talking about United 2018 Kansas City. I'd like to thank the company, especially Wayne Nugent. He never stopped. He never let go because of his persistency, because of his leadership. That's why he bring in George Spain. And George Spain are the one, I should say, he really wise. And he really know what is he doing. He really understood that World Venture have bright future. And he have the expertise to solve it. And he is so nice with working together with Eddie Head. Eddie Head are the only one and is the right one Why I say so? Because he is very hardworking. Lately, I work with him. I prove that he is very hardworking, and he know everything head to tail about world venture. So they work together with what we say with this Josh Payne. It's just nice. It's fantastic, good. And this time, Eddie had take over the international market, especially Asia. And just a short period, he take over. We have fantastic progress, especially in China. So China, in a very soon, we're going to start the business there. Thank you, Eddie. And we have the whole group of task force in World Ventures. The right person all step back, and especially Mark Aceta. Actually, all of us know that we persist until today. We have grown, we have motivated. It's because of this man. Without this man, I think we cannot get together. We cannot grow so fast. Everybody understand. So I'd like to thank Mark Aceta. And all brothers, sister, today we are here. Please believe the company. I have 101% belief that is the right company. World Ventures. And we persist. We will never lose. We will win. And congratulations for those who persist until today. So thank you very much. And tomorrow we are going to have a Chinese session at the same time, same place. Thank you, and thank you for company who arranged this Zoom. Thank you for this our Peter Powderham and Sue. This is my upline, and he take the trouble, he take the initiative, he take the leadership to lead us. Thank you. So we need you. And Millie is a very beautiful, very good, very right person. I'm really proud of you, Millie. And this time we have Apple. Apple is from Malaysia. It's not from Singapore. It's from Malaysia. Apple is fantastic. Apple will see you soon in IMD. And for those people in the world, especially Australia, New Zealand, Asian, we work together. We have to work hand in hand. We are a big family. Go IMD. Thank you for all the company assist. Thank you very much. That's it what I can share with you. Thank you. Apple.
Thank you very much, Darwin. Thank you very much for your awesome sharing. And next up, we have IMD, Danny Adrian. To you, Danny.
Yes. Hello, Apple. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. I can't see.
Hi, everyone.
I can't see your video though.
Oh, okay. Here.
Yes.
Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Danny. I'm your IMD. Greeting from the Chicago. They call it the Windy City. So I'm still here after United. We flew to Chicago. Now, right now I'm in Chicago. Hopefully the internet connection is stable. So it is a privilege for me to be in this call with all these top leaders around the world. So it has been exciting. So for me, first of all, I would like to apologize for, people in my team that I have not pushed to go to United, because personally, I feel like this is one of the best event ever in my history in World Ventures. I've been in World Ventures about 5.5 years now. And again, just like everyone said, this is one of the best event ever. The speakers, the content, the direction, the vision, it is amazing. So because of the limited of the time, I cannot share all the thing that that we have received in the United, but I'm going to share a little bit about what we have regarding our back office and also Dream Trip Escape. Okay, please be. Can you see my screen now? Hello, Apple?
Yes, we can see it. We can see it.
Okay, cool. So
Yes,
back
yes,
office here. So what all the new back office, badass back office. So the thing is with this, I think in the spirit of co-creation, just like what Wayne keep on saying in the stage, this is the reflection of what is co-creation is all about. The company is not only thinking about how to promote the product, but also think about how we can grow our business. So this new badass back office, it is amazing. As you can see on the screen, I will not be able to share all because of the limitation of the time. But as you can see, not only is it beautiful, but the most important part is it is functional. I will only share a little bit. What we got, take a look at this dashboard, and then you see the red triangle there, especially on the earning preview. For us, it has been a challenge for us to monitor what have in terms of what is going on in a day-to-day basis. But with this back office, as you can see in detail, you'll be able to have the snapshot clearly in front of you. You'll be able to see the weekly snapshot, monthly snapshot, and then if you can see, the circle there, you'll be able to see even the period that what is going on, what happened with your business. And then as you go along, you'll be able to even see the detail on the team. As you know, we're in a binary. There's a left team and right team. And if you can see on the red, the circle there, left team, and you'll be able to see on the bottom, you can see the name, the ID, the sponsor, even the product. For example, you see Tracy Martin there, has a dream trip, the circle there. If you see in the product, the dream trip product, and also you'll be able to see, let's say the Frodo Baggins, 1, 2, 3, the fourth one. The product, it was dream trip go and upgrade to another product. And if you see Axel Foley in the very bottom, you'll be able to see the product, just purchase the fly card, and you will see the order type. And this is, I think, the tool that we need to be able to see, the whole picture of our business. So with this new back office, there are so many things that we can do further. If I can summarize, basically it's not only to monitor, but track, even incentivize, support, target specific goal, measure, the activity that we have with the things that we have in the back office, and also, of course, grow. Because why? Because we can see it all. I like what Justin was saying on the stage. The new back office basically drive these three things. Number one, enable leaders to lead. If we have the right information on our hand, that will help us. It become an effective tool for all of us to lead. Which and who that we can help even further. Number two, of course, drive personal accountability. As you can see, each leaders or each rep that is going and growing the business, we can help them. You can help them maintain and also help them to see whether they are meeting the goal in the business. And number three, help new people experience success faster. Again, because it's like a roadmap. You'll be able to see not only the period, not only you will be able to see the performance, and you'll be able to even to track them down. I cannot show all because the time limit, but we will be able to see even the certain period of time. If let's say it will fall into certain time that you need to catch up the business, now you'll be able to see that. In the past, we cannot see, but now we can see. So thanks to the company that thinking about us, thinking about, not only for us to enjoy the product, but how we can grow the business. So I really thank the corporate team in the office, how they invest their time, how they invest their energy, and how they make sure that we have the right tool on our hand. So this is the exciting thing. Another love bomb that we received in United is, as you heard our president, Eddie had say, Escape. Escape is a quality product. And then if you see in the next slide, is solidifying our culture and our business. So our company, the product, the core product is travel. So basically, as we know, this is the written fact that every time a member takes a trip, it improves our leverage, right? So every time we increase the retention, because when a member go to a trip, they feel the product, they experience the product. That's the reason why they stay. Now, when we're talking about every time a member takes a trip, we are delivering fun. That's the reason also how important it is for anyone to go to a trip. Now, Dream Trip Escape, so basically that is the product that we're going to push to the field so that new members can enjoy the product. Now, keep in mind what Eddie Head was saying. The amazing part about Dream Trip Escape is, number one, you can book any dates. So meaning like when you go to the Dream Trip app and you see a product like this, you don't have to see the certain date, but you can book any dates. So it will help anyone to go, faster on the product. Now take a look at this presidential suite in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, 5 days, 4 nights, all inclusive, 2 free form, and then 1, 2, 3 bedroom suite, private beach. And then you see online price in hotels.com is $360. And as you see, a member price per person, double occupancy, is $275 US. But apply up to $50, and then you end up with our member's price is, as you can see, it blocked my screen. So anyway, so this is Dream Trip Escape. So now, any one of us who want to enjoy our product, it is much easier how to book it, because again, you can choose any date. I remember what Jim Mensch was saying when he created this product. The one thing in mind is not only about great destination, but also talking about great saving. Not only about great saving and great destination, but also experience, the unique experience. If you see this kind of a Dream Trip Escape, it's not only about the price, but you can see the destination itself and the experience itself. And take a look at the second one, the MAJESTIC Colonial at Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, 5 days, 4 nights, all inclusive, with all this description, casino, 400 meters pool, 6 restaurants, and 11 bars. And you can see online price, hotel.com, is $575 US. Member price, $499. This is not yet the point. Now you apply up to $50 point, and then boom, that is your price as the member price. And then look at the next one, Lifestyle Tropical in La Romana, Dominican Republic, 5 days, 4 nights, all inclusive. Mediterranean there, snorkeling, tennis, nightly entertainment. Online price, $364 in Expedia. And member's price, $199 per person, double occupancy. And you can apply up to $50 point. And then that is the member price. But again, this is something that most people will have to understand. The reason why we can get this, because also the relationship that we have with the actual merchant that we have. See, this is the important factors. As we grow our business in terms of quantity, as we also grow in terms of the time, we build, certain relationship with the merchant, with the vendors. And that's the reason why we can get this price. Again, the co-creation concept apply on this Dream Trip Escape, which it's not easy for other people to do it, because the relationship may not be there, and also the quantity wise is not be there. While we do have both. Okay, look at the next one, ALSOL TURA CANA. It's in Punta Cana, 5 days, 4 nights, all inclusive, luxury boutique pool with a swim up bar, secluded private beach, and then online price is $520. Members price $475. Apply up to $50. Boom, that is our members price. Okay, this is the last one. If you can see on the online price, booking.com is $1,499 US. If you see the member price, it's $450 US per person, double occupancy, and apply up to $75, and then boom, that is the price. But again, what you can see here right now is only in in the region of American continent. But as AD had mentioned earlier, that the team right now are designing even for Asia, Australia, and in other part of the region. So it is important for us to understand the spirit behind this. The company really creating the product that will be high value, not only for members, but also, you know, for the merchant in terms of the quantity wise. As we drive this business, our merchant as well will have the benefit, you know, of our community. So the co-creation, you know, concept will be applied here as well. So Eddie had mentioned, you know, if you want to know what is more, every time a member takes a trip, this is what Eddie mentioned earlier, we get paid. So this is something new, that's something that excites us, you know, all of us. That when you're talking about every time, yes, every time, boom, okay? Every time we go, we will get. Now, this is a great love bomb. It is not a compensation plan. No, this is not a compensation plan of DT Local. But this is what Eddie mentioned earlier, is a dream life compensation plan. You know, I go quickly, you know, it will be like 50 to 200 volume, you know, Dream Trip Local compensation plan. Let's say we go to this presidential suite, Punta Cana, and you see, you know, the Dream Trip price, this price, $224.50 per person after point apply, and it has the $100 volume. And then next, let's say this one, CASA de CAMPO, La ROMANA, Dominican Republic. And then we're talking about this Dream Trip price, $374.50 per person after point apply. It has 200 volume. Now, when we're talking about this is the next one. The next one is $149 per person after point apply. It has 200 volume, and it goes to all about you know, the compression. And we're talking about Dream Life compensation plan, as you can see from QR all the way to IMD. You know, of course, the QR is only talking about second generation. As we go up to the rank, IMD goes, you know, all the fifth generation, get 3%. This is the new Dream Life compensation plan. When we're talking about 3 Ps, you know, what Eddie had mentioned earlier, this is one of the most important part that really excite us during this United. You know, talking about Dream Life compensation plan, if you go to RMD, NMD, and IMD, it goes up. It's a generational bonus. So Eddie Head was mentioning about this. We are here now, snowball, and then we're talking about you will be there. It's a big ass snowball, because when people see not only the value but experience, the people be able to see, you know, and experience, they will know what we are talking about. And this is only the beginning. And I'm sure that, you know, any one of us that here in the call, even in United, know that this is only the beginning. And we believe that Dream Trip Escape is only something that we must experience this, then so that we know. Then I believe if we can push everyone to go and experience that, they will know what we're talking about. So there are so many other exciting news, but because of the time limit, I will not be able to share it all. Even the back office is only a small fraction what we can share in this limited time. But I really encourage you to go to your leaders and then find more as we, you know, push the information to all the field, you know, leaders. Do not miss this. I do believe what Wayne was saying about talking about the co-creation. When we're talking about we have platform, we create together, it's become a very powerful. If you see the conventional business, if they do it all alone, it will be hard. But this really, I believe, Wolf Ventures 2.0 is yet to come, and then right now, right here. So back to you, Apple. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Danny. We are super excited for our cool back office, and of course, Dream Trips Escape. Literally, we can all now, you know, travel and get paid at the same time. Looking forward for all the Dream Escapes to come to other parts of the world as well. And next up, we have, okay, a very, very amazing lady who is going to share with us. She is our International Marketing Director, International United Trainer, and she just recently spoke at United last weekend. Let us welcome Millie Leong, IMD Millie Leong. Over to you, Millie.
All right, can you guys see me? I'm not sure if you guys can see me.
Yes,
Can you see me?
I can see you.
All right, awesome. For some reason, I cannot see myself, but that's okay. All right, guys. Hello. Lots of people raising hand. I love it. All right. That's awesome. Thank you, Danny. I have to say, I'm very impressed with your slides. I don't know how you did it, but it was amazing. So I want to start with how an amazing weekend it has been. Seriously, I mean, I've been to every single training event of World Venture history in the last 6.5 years I've been with the company, but I have to say, this event came out for me as the most impactful event. Like, I loved it, every bit of it. And it was just fantastic to see so many trainers on stage and just really, really laid it all out, and everybody delivered the game and everybody was right on spot. So if you ever get a chance to listen to the audio or video in your World Venture Advantage, I definitely encourage you to do that. Especially get your hands on Eric Get Paid G video or audio. By any means, get it. It's out. This world is legendary. It's amazing. It set the tone where we're going in the next 3 years, 5 years, 20 years. We are here to stay. We are going on to becoming a $1 billion, $2 billion, $5 billion, $10 billion company for the next few years to come. And you definitely don't want to miss the boat. We are just getting started right here. So very, very excited. I would say that this weekend, when we look back in a few years' time and looking back, this will be the event that set the tone and turn everything around and set for us to go higher for the future. So definitely a great event. And I'm going to go into a little bit about some of the slides, some of the announcements that made, but I have to say, Danny, you did such an amazing job. I don't know how you make all these slides so beautiful. So let's take a look at my slides. So there were a couple of announcements that were made at the event. So first of all, we will have, other than the new back office, I have to say, the new back office, what Danny showed you, were just tip of the iceberg. I mean, seriously, at the event, they show us a 25-minute presentation just to see how comprehensive the new back office would be. Definitely, when we saw it, we were all so very impressed, because that allowed us to have real transparency of see how our team is growing and where we can drive our business. It literally showed us at the new back office who we should be working with together, spend more time with, who are the people that we should spend more time with, which of the markets, which are the area that we should be working on. So phenomenal. Wait for that back office to come. And some of the higher rank leaders are starting to beta test it. So it's coming to your area very, very soon. Now, I want to touch on also our new website. So we have a new dreamtrips.com website going live in May. So this website is going to be very nice looking, obviously with lots of details, and much easier for us to share and show information for our members. So no training needed. People go on there. It's very obvious, very, very easy to use. So stay tuned for the go live day for May. So very exciting. And also, I know this question, lots of people have been asking about it. Rovia Bucks. So Rovia Bucks, we are still currently able to use it on Dream Trips, right? That hasn't changed anything, but we are going to be able to use Rovia Bucks on your search engine, on your OTA search engine, online travel agency, starting on July 1st. Yay! I know. Everybody's screaming. I think we should do a little dance on that. It's amazing. So look out for the conditions on it. There's slight changes, but I guarantee you it's going to be very easy to use. You're going to love it. So just stay tuned for that. It's coming July 1st, very, very soon. Now, another question that a lot of people have been asking is this. So I'm sure you've been wondering about this, and here is executive status, right? Right. I know some of you are raising hands. Yes. Executive status, you want to know the updates, right? Yes. Lots of people raising hands. My whole screen. Hello, Australia. Hello, New Zealand. Hello, Singapore. I see people raising hands. Love you guys. Yes. Love it. Okay, so I need to get back to my topic. Executive status. It's coming soon. So it's going to be July 1st launch. July 1st. You got it. So look at the updates that has come. There are slight changes to the original conditions because, as you know, in the past, there were some people not really using it correctly. And there were just some people who were abusing the system. But now we have put the right way to stop all those activities. So you see that the new launch is a relaunch, really. It's a better version of it to make sure that our company will be here, sustainable, and people can still use the full benefit of using these points to go on your trip. For those of you who are new, who may not be aware of what executive status is, it's very simple. Once you achieve a certain level by bringing in certain number of gold or platinum members directly, number of sales that you personally made, we call you executive status. And by that point, when you book your dream trips, there's no upper limit. You can literally use all your points to book this amazing dream trip. So we love executive status. So if you guys are going for that, make sure you keep going for it and get yourself qualified for executive status so that when it kicks off July 1st, relaunch, you're ready to book your trips. All right, guys? All right, next announcement. Low-cost airlines. Now you can see that there's a list. Some of these, you know, Jetstar, very famous in Asia. For the Australians, there is Tiger Air Australia, Tiger Air Taiwan is here. We have Virgin Australia Airlines. So we have some other airlines all over the world, Japan Airlines, Hong Kong Airlines, you know. So these budget airlines are going back to our Rovia search engine very, very soon. So look out for them. This is going to help us to get more customers that enjoy our benefits as a Dream Trip member. So stay tuned for that as well. Now, I mean, Peter just told us, let us in a secret, right? I didn't even know that because it was not really announced on stage. On stage, these are the markets that are coming. Philippines is very, very close to launching. I think just a couple of weeks out. So I'm very excited about the Philippines market myself. Czech Republic is coming soon. China, as yes, I see people raising hand. I know. Filipino, yes, staying in Singapore, Hong Kong. Yes, I see you guys. Love it. Okay, so China market, as Peter just announced to us, awesome. So looks like we are on target, moving along, making great progress. Maybe sometime in May that China may be coming. So very excited. Of course, France and Brazil is coming to join our family very soon. Brazil, as you know, in South America is a huge market, huge market. So we definitely, as we open up more markets, we are definitely moving towards a 1 billion company, 2 billion company, 5 billion company. So moving ahead. And not only that, we have other markets on the list with Thailand, Japan, Indonesia, Mexico. These are also new countries that we're looking in the horizon. So very exciting. Definitely much more market and places that we can go to introduce to our friends. So, and other very exciting news. I know that we have the mega rockstar trip has been going on for a little while, like in a month or so. But what is so cool is this. You know, Asia, you guys, I have to give it to you guys because what you did was you guys totally became rockstar. After Momentum, our mega rockstar dream trip for Macau, we did so well that we actually sold out the trip. We actually just taking up all the space for the regional Macau mega rockstar dream trip, right? So we did an amazing job. But guess what? Guess what is coming? Company know that we're really rocking big time in Asia. So as of today, they announced that they have just added for us 400 new rooms for Macau mega rockstar dream trip. Yes. So these are going to be slightly different days because literally the hotel cannot fit all of us in the 2 groups on the same day. So these are going to be slightly different days, September 3rd to September 5th, which means just 2 days ahead of the original day. So if you want to extend your trip, by all means do that. So we just added 400 rooms, very simple, make a rockstar, make one sale for the chance to go on this dream trip for only $149 per person, US dollars. If you just make 4 personal referral, you are going for free. Now, but these are the last 400 rooms for the current promotion. So what does it mean is that get to work, right? Get some referrals, very simple. Call your best friend and get them join our trip. Amazing benefits of our membership. And then you can go on the trips together, right? Awesome. Now, of course, I'm not forgetting the Australian and New Zealand. I know you guys on the call, sending you some love right there. Australian Mega Rockstar Dream Trip. There are still 50 rooms left. So let's rock it out, guys. Rock it out. So 50 more rooms at the beautiful Kingfisher Bay Resorts. I know Australian raising hands. I see you guys. Awesome. So similar rules between the days. The trip is September 9 to 11. Same rules, refer 1, you get a discounted price, $149 per person. Refer just 4, then you get to go on this trip free. Of course, no matter where you're staying, you get a chance to choose between Macau or the Australia trip. So, but I'm just saying, probably Australians, I'm guessing you guys want to go closer to your area, but you're welcome to join us in Asia, in Macau as well. And the Asians would love to join some of you guys in Australia. We're one big family. Love you guys. So very, very exciting weekend, definitely. And we have some more RTs been announced and a boot camp coming up. So That's my limited time. I'm going to pass the time right back to Apple. Thank you, Apple. Passing right back to you.
Thank you, Millie. Thank you. Super awesome. And wow, we are all going on a mega rockstar dream trip. And yes, we have the last speaker for today. And before that, let me announce the upcoming RTE that Millie mentioned for Hong Kong as well as Singapore. Our next RT is actually next week, and our speaker is none other than the legend himself, double IMD $1 million ring earner, Mr. Matt Morris is coming to town in Singapore and Hong Kong. Singapore on the 28th, which is on a Saturday. Hong Kong on the 29th. Get yourself registered and get your members, get your friends registered at World Ventures, wveventreg.com. Get your tickets now, and you trust me, you do not want to miss this training, okay? So next up, we have our last speaker for tonight, which is none other than $1 million ring earner, IMD, Mr. Jefferson Santos. Over to you, Jefferson.
All right. Thank you so much, Apple. It's been an exciting Zoom call with everybody around the world. You know, obviously hanging out with you guys at United was just an amazing time. But I want to jump right in and start and talk a little bit about the compensation plan adjustments that we made and kind of what to be thinking as we go into the second quarter of the year. Before I jump into that real quickly, I know that we announced a lot of countries, and I don't want to leave my South Korean friends out. That's obviously that's going to take a lot of time there, but we're still working on that as well. We had a great meeting in United with Eddie Head and Wayne Nugent and stuff about the future of South Korea, which is exciting there as well. So we have a lot of great things, a lot of new international families that are going to be joining us, which is amazing. So guys, I've been working with Wayne Nugent for 22 years. And I will tell you this, he's been giving birth to this vision for many, many years, even before we're actually here 12 years ago. And it's just been, he's been relentless. And obviously if it weren't for him not giving up on his dream because of all the walls and the obstacles, even before World Ventures, it's been, you know, decades in the making. And so now that we're here and now we're 12 years in and now we're, you know, we're poised for that next level. So with that said, I want to talk about the word greatness and excellence. You know, as a leadership team, all of us doing this together, we are on the brink of greatness, not from an egoic stance, but as in greatness as in serving. We strive to serve everybody in excellence, from Wayne to Josh to Eddie to all the corporate execs to all the IMDs and United trainers and regional trainers and national trainers. We are striving to serve you the best that we can. You know, doing calls late, doing calls early, helping presentations, putting tools together, working with corporate staff. And this is what greatness is about. It's doing things that are not convenient. It's doing things when you're tired, doing things when you haven't slept. Why? Because we're making history. We've already made history, but we want to continue that and widen the gap on who number two is or whoever the competition is. But here's the thing, guys. When you think about our life and you think about what we want to do or what a human being wants to do, is they work their life, they work their career to eventually build a lifestyle, to then hang out and build memories with their friends and their family. You know what's really cool is we get to do that right now. And we get to help people do that quicker and sooner. And so that's the amazing thing about our vehicle of World Ventures is, yes, are there other vehicles? Of course. But I feel and I know and I believe this is the best vehicle to get you from point A to point B, whatever your point B is, while having fun, while enjoying life now. And that's the beautiful part of this. So right now, as we go into the second quarter of the year, I want to share my screen here and talk about, the compensation plan and what's happening here, which is pretty exciting. Now, we all know that, you know, we have a cycle. When you cycle one time, you know, you make $75. You cycle two times, you make $150. But when you cycle three times, you make $600 US. Okay. So for an extra, you know, an extra one sale or two sales, hold on, I'm trying to get my okay, for heading 3 cycles instead of 2, okay, you're making an extra $450. Now, okay, so some of you that cycle way more than that, you're like, okay, that's cool. But think about, fire burns from the bottom up. I'm going to give you a demonstration here. Fire burns from the bottom up. And so if we all of us work on triple cycling every week, what happens is when you do that for 6 weeks in a row, you start to build a new baseline. And then all of a sudden your people start to build a new baseline. Now, and when they build that baseline of triple cycling every single week, your baseline moves up. And then your baseline moves up again and again and again and again to where your baseline, this is hypothetical, I'm not saying this is happening to you, but your baseline could be 10,000 a week, 15,000 a week, 25,000 a week, which is maxing out the weeklies, right? That could be your baseline if you help everyone establish the first baseline of triple cycling, all right? And so here's just an example, guys. If you help 3 people triple cycle every week on each side. Now, I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight. If you just help them do that, 3 people on each side, okay, that's about $1,800 a week in cycle pay, okay? That's just 3 people on each side. Now, what if they help their 3 people and their 3 people and everybody gets new baselines? You could start to see the kind of income you can make. And I know there's a lot of new people watching this right now, and you're like, wow. And so it's not about trying to shoot for the moon yourself. It's about getting your people triple cycling, and then they'll take you to the moon. Okay. The other thing is platinum is getting even more and more value. And I know the percentage of platinums being sold in Asia are even higher. Okay. And so what does that look like? So real quickly, I want to show you, if you were to focus on, let's say Mark is selling 6 platinum memberships, what does that look like? And if you duplicated that, what does that look like? Okay. So if you sell 3 platinum memberships, you make $250 US. Okay. 3 more, you make another $300 plus other cycles kick in. You're making about $750. Okay. So if you bring on 6 platinums, you make $750 US. I'm just talking about from ground zero. All of us on here that have teams, let's put our check in the drawer and let's put in 6 platinums. Okay. And let's just call this the fast track. Okay. You put in 6 platinums, boom, you're there at fast track 750. All right. Well, if you help 3 people fast track on each side in your first month or 2, okay, that's going to make you about $2,000 and then the average senior rep makes about $700 a month. But you're at senior rep now because you help 3 people on each side. You help them fast track. Okay. And fast track is just a basic building block, guys. 6 platinum sales. You do that. So a lot of you are wanting to build new teams, do that with their new teams and start duplicating that. And so what happens now is that with those fast tracks, you want to become director, help 3 people become senior reps. Okay, these are all platinum members here, okay? 3 directors help you become marketing director. 2 marketing directors plus a little bit more makes you RMD, okay? NMD, 2 RMDs, IMD, 3 RMDs. Basic building block is fast track. That's how you get there. Really, really simple is that's how you get to IMD is you fast track there. And so a lot of people want to know, how do I make full-time income? It's $1,000 a week. It's basically you build a team that generates 5 fast tracks on each side per week. Doesn't happen overnight, but that happens over time as you build your team. But you're focusing on triple cycling every week, doing 3 to 5 presentations a day, okay? And that's pretty exciting stuff. And so all you do is you duplicate the fast track there all the way to the top. And so, guys, Apple just talked about the RTE coming up. Here's what I would be doing right now, focusing 3 to 5 presentations a day right now, whether you're doing Zooms, one-on-ones, two-on-ones, whatever you're doing, okay? Leading up to the 28th and the 29th on these regionals that Matt was doing. This is kind of crazy. I remember, and some of you guys might remember this, I did an RTE in Hong Kong. This was 2014, okay? RTE, I think it's 2013. Did an RTE in Hong Kong. Then the next day did the RTE in Singapore, okay? And it was an amazing time. And what happened after that, not saying it was me, I'm just saying I feel like it's that time again to where, that's when I met, I met a lot of you guys for the first time. And then I met Stephen Lee, I met Shinovis and Paul Lee and Robert Kim, all those guys as well. And Sir Irwin and Millie and just everyone, and Rainer, everybody. From that, the last 3-4 years have just been amazing. And so now Matt's coming down to do the exact same thing that I did 2 RTEs back to back. And some of you guys might want to fly with him to the other one. That's what I would do. Make it like a dream trip / party. You know, go to Hong Kong and then come back to Singapore. I mean, it's going to be a blast, guys. And so here we go for 2.0. It is going to be a great 2018. Thanks to y'all's leadership and the corporate's leadership. And I'm just so thankful. We talk about beast mode all the time. We're also in blessed mode right now, guys. We're operating from victory. We've already won. I'm grateful every day. I'm operating from that space every single day. We're in blessed mode while we're being in beast mode. And so with that said, guys, let's rock and roll. And you guys just pack the house for Matt. And back to you, Apple. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Jefferson, and thank you to all our speakers tonight. Thank you, guys. We are super excited, super pumped up, and all ready for RTE, and especially for people in Singapore and Hong Kong. Get yourself registered. Thank you very much, guys. We have almost 500 people on the call tonight. Yeah, super excited. Let's pack the RTEs, and later I'll share on the screen. I'll share the screen on the RTE. Get yourself registered at wveventreg.com. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a great evening. See you guys, and let's rock the world. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Apple. Thank you, Peter Schuch, Danny.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
See you guys.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Cheers,
Thank
guys.
you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.